So this is experiment number 5, adders, subtractors and 4 variable function using IC 74153 and IC 74151. It is a part of a third semester digital system design lab under ENC program. Subject code is 18ECL38. So I am Manjunath KM, assistant professor from ENC department, RVITM Bengaluru. So the main aim of this experiment is to do 5 different things. Okay, you can just see here. One is to implement a half adder, half subtractor, full adder and full subtractor using IC 74153. This is a dual 4:1 multiplexer IC. Okay, and we have to implement a 4 variable function which is given using one more 8:1 multiplexer IC, that is IC 74151. This is the main objective. So in order to meet these aims, we require some of the components or apparatus. One dual 4:1 multiplexer 74153 IC, one 8:1 multiplexer IC, one NOT gate IC 7404 NOT gate IC, trainer kit and patch card. Is it okay? Then already you know some theory associated with the multiplexers. Basically multiplexers are combinational circuit that has 2 power n inputs and 1 output. Means we have 2 power n data inputs which are selected with the help of n select inputs. Okay, and we'll get only one output. This output will be depending upon this n select inputs. Okay, so these are data inputs, this is data output, and we have select inputs also. So this is a combinational circuit. For example, whenever we take n as 2, so 2 power 2 is 4, 4:1 multiplexer. Okay, so where it is nothing but we have 4 inputs, okay, and 1 output and 2 select inputs, because it is nothing but 2 square, where this power 2 is nothing but select inputs, 2 select inputs. So S0 and S1, depending upon the select inputs we can select the output. Okay, so now after knowing something about this multiplexers, we have basically different types of ICs. So we'll come across 2 ICs now. One is IC 74153 and one more is IC 74151. Since we are using these 2 ICs in the experiment, we should know something about this ICs also. So first IC is 74153 IC. Okay, what is this IC 74153? So basically this IC 74153 is a dual 4:1 multiplexer IC, and it is 16 pin IC. So you can see here its equivalent circuit also. It is nothing but 4:1 multiplexer IC. We have 2 4:1 multiplexer IC within a single IC. So one more important thing is you should know there are enable pins like E1 bar and E2 bar. Here whenever we say E1 bar is enabled, top IC is enabled. Whenever we say E2 bar is enabled, bottom 4:1 multiplexer is enabled. And S0 and S1, they are the common select inputs, okay, for both the 4:1 multiplexers. And you can see here A0, A1, A2, A3 are the inputs, Y1 is the output for first 4:1 multiplexer. Similarly bottom one, B0, B1, B2, B3 are the inputs, Y2 is the output. Okay, so this is nothing but dual 4:1 multiplexer IC. Why it is called dual? Because we have 2 4:1 multiplexer within a single IC. Okay, then you can see one more important IC, that is IC 74151, which is nothing but 8:1 multiplexer, right? So here you can just see there are 8 data inputs for which we require 3 select inputs, right? And 1 enable input is there, which is active low enable input, and we have Y output and Y bar output also, which is active low output also. Wherever you require active low output, you can use it. So wherever you require active high input, you can use Y output. Okay, so this is one more IC, IC 74151. Then after knowing something about this, again we have here one active low enable and active low output also, you should be aware. Okay, so this is all about something related to multiplexers, and you can just go through the multiplexer truth table also, you already aware. Okay, hoping that we will move further for the concepts of half adder, half subtractor, full adder and full subtractor. So now we will see how this can be used as a half adder. Before that we will see what is half adder. Half adder is nothing but it has two inputs and two outputs. Adder, basically adder is nothing but it is going to add two different entities. So here it is going to add two different binary numbers, x and y. Whenever we have two inputs, four combinations are possible because 2 power n inputs means here n is 2, so 2 power 2 is 4 inputs. Four combinations 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1, they are the input combinations, and we have two outputs. One is sum output and one more is carry output. So you can see 0 and 0 first combination is the input. So 0 plus 0, whenever we add, we usually get 0 as the output sum, and sum itself is 0 and there is no carry. Carry is also 0. Okay, so this is what we are going to get. Is it okay? So whenever we go for next combination, okay, for next combination, whenever we see 0 and 1 combination, okay, for 0 plus 1, whenever we add, we usually get some output as 1. Okay, but there is no carry, hence carry is 0. So same thing you can see here. Next combination, okay, so whenever we take 1 plus 0, so for that also 1 plus 0 means actually it is 1. Okay, so sum is 1 and there is no carry. Carry is 0. Is it okay? Next combination 1 plus 1. Actually for that you have to do like this. 1 plus 1, actually we tell it as 2. Okay, 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 means we write it as 1 0 in binary. So where this 0 is the sum, 1 is carry. Okay, same thing we have shown here. Then once if you are able to write this functionality table or truth table, next duty is we have to get the expression for sum as well as carry output. Okay, so in order to get the expression for sum output, we use this K-map. So you can just here 0 1 1 0 is the output, so we just put it here, and finally if I try to find out whether quad is possible, no. Whether pair is possible, no. Only single terms can be used for getting the expression, and in this you can just see it is nothing but x bar y plus x y bar, which is nothing but exclusive OR gate. So it can be written as x exclusive OR with y. So that is the expression for sum. Same thing here I have written. Next, in order to see the carry expression, so it is 0 0 0 1, so only 1 is there. So what is this expression? It is nothing but x y. Okay, so that is how you will be getting expression for carry also. Then we will go for half subtractor. So what is basically subtractor? It is going to subtract two different entities. Okay, whenever we say 0 minus 0, what is the result? So we will get borrow as well as difference. So difference you will get and borrow you will get. So for that you can just see half subtractor. Half subtractor is basically having two inputs and two outputs. So two inputs are x and y, two outputs are borrow and difference. So whenever we say two input, four combinations are possible: 0 0 0 1 1 0 and 1 1. We'll see one by one now. So for this 0 0 combination, whenever I subtract these two things, 0 minus 0 is obviously 0. So difference is 0 and we have not taken any borrow. So that is what you are able to see here. Next combination, okay, so whenever it is 0 1, so for this combination, whenever it is 0 1, 0 minus 1, it is somewhat different. It cannot be done. Okay, so for this what we will do, we will take borrow from this. Okay, then what it will become? It will become 1 0. 1 0 is nothing but 2. 2 minus 1 is actually 1. We have taken borrow, hence we have to put it as 1. So that is borrow and difference output. Okay, borrow and difference output for this. Next combination, okay, next combination is 1 0. So 1 minus 0 is actually it is 1. Okay, so difference is 1 and we have not taken any borrow. So borrow is 0. Okay, so that is next combination. So we'll go for next combination and the final combination for a half subtractor, that is 1 minus 1. Basically 1 minus 1 is 0. Is it okay? And we have difference is 0 and we have not taken any borrow, hence it is also 0. Is it okay? So that is all about half subtractor. Once if you are done with the half subtractor functionality table, it is our duty to get the expression for difference and borrow. So in order to get this expression, again go for K-map technique. So 0 1 1 0, whenever I put here it is missing. Okay, so there is no quad possible, there is no pair that is possible, only single entities we have to take. So it is again x bar y plus x y bar, which is nothing but XOR operation with x and y. So it is nothing but x XOR y. So that is difference is as same as sum, as the same as sum, that is x XOR with y. Next, in order to get the borrow expression, what we need to do? So in order to get borrow expression, again use the K-map. So it is 0 1 0 0. So in order to get that 0 1 0 0, what is the expression? It is nothing but x bar y. So that is difference output. Is it okay? So you can see here that is the difference output, but it is not difference, it is borrow output. So it is not equal to carry output, but almost they are same. uh, for carry, what you got is it is xy. Okay, for carry you got xy, but wherever x is there, if you replace it x bar, you will get borrow. So this is one more way of remembering half adder and half subtractor truth tables. Okay, next we'll go for full adder and a full subtractor truth tables. So whenever we say full adder, we have 3 inputs and 2 outputs. So x, y, z are the inputs, carry and sum are the outputs. So whenever we say 3 input, obviously 2 power 3 is 8. 8 combinations are possible from 0 0 0 to 1 1 1. Okay. Now whenever we say 0 0 0, so obviously you people know that 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0, sum is 0, and there is no carry. Whenever we say 0 plus 0 plus 1, it is 1. So 1 means there is some 1 and there is no carry. Next combination 0 plus 1 plus 0, that is again 1, so there is no carry. Next combination 0 plus 1 plus 1, actually it is 2. How we represent 2? 2 is nothing but 1 0, where this 1 is carry and sum is 0. Okay, then 1 0 0, what is this 1 0 0? Again it is 1, there is no carry. Next 1 0 1, 1 0 1 is 1 plus 0 plus 1 is 2. 2 means we represent it as 1 0, where this is carry and this is a sum. Similarly, next combination 1 1 0, for that again we will get 2 2, where it can be represented as 1 0, where 0 is sum, 1 is carry. Final combination we have 1 1 1, where 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3, but how we represent this 3? 3 is nothing but 1 1, where this 1 is sum, this is carry. Okay, so this is how we write the functionality table. Functionality table is nothing but truth table. Once you are done, it is our duty to write the expression for sum and carry, because we require this for implementation. Okay, so what is the expression for sum? Use the K-map. What is the expression for carry? Use the K-map. So how to use this, we'll just see now. So you can just see, after putting this 0 1 1 0 and 1 0 0 1 in the K-map, you got like this, and there are no octet possible, there is no quad possible, there is no pair possible, only single entities. And after realizing this expression, what we'll be getting is, it is nothing but x XOR with y XOR with z. Okay, then similarly, uh, how to get the carry expression? Carry expression, so it is 0 0 0 1 0 triple 1. So after putting all these things in the K-map, there is no octet possible, there is no quad possible, only pairs are possible. You can see 3 pairs are possible between this and between this. So if I write the expression for this, you will be getting okay, this is nothing but carry expression. I'll just tell you. So it is nothing but xy plus yz plus zx plus zx. Okay, so that is nothing but carry expression. So the same thing is written here, xy plus yz plus zx. So sum and carry, we got it. Similarly, we will go for full subtractor. Full subtractor means 3 input 2 output combination. So again 3 input means 2 power 3 is 8. 8 combinations are possible from 0 0 to 1 1 1. Okay, so for this we will see what is the truth table or functionality table. So 0 0 0, is it okay? So 0 minus 0, 0 minus 0, it is 0 only, there is no difference and there is no borrow. I am repeating, 0 minus 0 is 0. Okay, and this is first input, second input, that is x and y. Okay, first we have to do that, x minus y, then obtained result, again I had to subtract it with z. What is that? Z. So z is again 0 0 0 0, 0 minus 0 is again 0. Okay, so difference whatever you got is 0, and we have not taken any borrow, so borrow we have not taken at any time, so this is also 0, this is borrow. Okay, so this is how you are supposed to do this entire process. Difference and borrow you will get. Next combination we will see. So 0, 0, 1. Okay. So first we have to subtract 0 minus 0, x minus y. So result is 0. Done. Again y, z. Okay. X minus y. This is x. This is y. Okay. X minus y is 0 minus 0, and we obtained the difference. Again we have to subtract it with z. So difference obtained should be subtracted with z. So 0 minus 0 is 0. Again 0 minus 1. So we cannot do that. So for that we have to take borrow. So whenever we take borrow, it will become 1 0. 1 0 means 2. 2 means 2 minus 1 is again 1. Since we have taken borrow, we have to take it as 1. So borrow is 1, a difference is 1. So that is what we have written here. Next combination, 0 minus 0 1 0, that is 0 minus 1. Again it is not possible. So first only we have to take borrow. So whenever we take borrow, output is 1. Please remember. Okay. Then whenever we take borrow, it will become 1 0. So 1 0 means 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. Then minus z. What is that? 0 1 0. So whenever we take 0 1 0, so 1 minus 0 is 1. So both difference and borrow are 1. Is it okay? For next combination, we will see 0 1 1. Okay. For 0 1 1, 0 minus 1 is 1. It is not possible, right? So we have to take borrow. So whenever we take borrow, borrow is equal to 1. Okay. Borrow is equal to 1. Okay, then it will become 1 0. 1 0 means 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. So again we have to subtract this with 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0. So whenever we say 0, this is difference output. Okay, so 1 0. Next combination we'll see. Okay, so 1 0 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. Again minus 0 is again 1. There is no borrow, but only difference is 1. Okay, next combination we'll see 1 0 1. Okay, so 1 minus 0 is again 1, and minus 1 because z is 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0, and we have not taken any borrow. So 0 0. Next, last two cases 1 1 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. Okay, and minus 0 is again 0. We have not taken borrow, so it is 0, and difference is also 0. Final combination, we'll just see that 1 minus 1 minus 1, right? So 1 minus 1 is 0. Okay, then again minus 1. So this is not possible. We have to take borrow. Whenever we take borrow, it will become 1 0. 1 0 means 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. And since we have taken borrow, borrow is also 1. So this is all about full subtractor truth table. Okay, once if you are able to write this truth table, then our duty is to find out the expression for difference and borrow. So how to get the difference expression? So use the K-map. So using K-map, we will get a difference expression. For that, you write K-map and fill it. There is no octet possible, there is no quad possible, no pair possible, only single terms. So after writing the expression for this, you can see here, it is as same as sum expression, that is x, XR with Y, XR with Z. So sum and difference are same for full subtractor and this full adder. Okay, you should know that. Okay, so this is for full subtractor, this is for full adder. Okay, then you can go for borrow expression. You can just try to use the K-map and try to fill it, and 3 pairs are possible. So if you write this expression, you can see here it is nothing but x bar y plus yz plus zx bar. X bar. In the previous explanation, if you remember, wherever x is there, I just replace it with x bar, then it is equivalent to borrow expression. So what I can tell you is, in order to remember this full adder and full subtractor, difference is as same as sum. Okay, but borrow is as same as carry, provided x is x bar, replace it with x bar. So this is what we have seen even for half adder and half subtractor also. Okay, so this is the way you are supposed to remember the expressions for full adder, full subtractor, half adder and half subtractor. Now after knowing all the concepts of half adder, half subtractor, full adder, full subtractor, so we'll try to write the circuit. So first 4 aims, if you remember, while telling the aims, we need to implement half adder, half subtractor, full adder and full subtractor using this IC 74153, right? So how to do this? It is a dual 4:1 multiplexer IC. So first and foremost, we'll try to implement half adder. Okay, already we saw the half adder truth table. Please remember this. X and Y. Okay, sum output is 0 1 1 0. So if I take one IC, I already told you we have 4:1 multiplexer IC and 4:1 multiplexer IC. What I will be doing is top 4:1 multiplexer IC where we will be getting one output. Okay. 4:1 multiplexer IC. So that I'll be using it for, please excuse, this is different. 4:1 multiplexer IC. Okay. So 4 inputs and 1 output. 4 inputs and 1 output. So top one I'll be using it as sum output, and bottom one I'll be using it for getting carry output. So for that you should give some whatever it is expected. So whatever the output it is expected, 0 1 1 0, you just give it here, 0 1 1 0. Then carry whatever it is expected is 0001. So 0001 you just give it here. So this is how you are supposed to rig up the circuit. And one more important is where to give this X and Y input. So they act as a select input. So we have S0 and S1 select inputs, right? So there be careful, you should give it in a mandate way. MSB should be X and LSB should be Y. So S1 is MSB, S0 is LSB. And then you just give the active low enable to ground because it should be on. Both the things should be on. Okay. So both E1 and E2 you just enable it by giving it to ground. So this is all about the circuit connection. I'll just show that equivalent circuit also. This is half adder implementation. I was telling this is a sum output, so we will be getting some output. This is carry output truth table, so you just give it to that particular specific input. So whenever we say logic 1, it is as good as saying 5 volts or plus VCC. Okay, whenever we say logic 0, it is as good as saying ground, or you can just say it is GND. Okay, ground. Okay, then we already know this, right? So this is the actual circuit for half adder. What we did, just took the help of truth table. 0 1 1 0 is the sum expected output, so I just put it here. 0 0 0 1 is carry output expected, so I put it here. And select inputs, there is no problem. X and Y I'll directly take, and both the enable pins should be enabled. Enabled means you have to give it to ground. Then similarly for half subtractor also, it is very easy. Half subtractor truth table, if you see, 0 1 1 0 is the difference and 0 1 0 0 is the borrow. So we have one IC where we have two parts, 4:1. So first 4 inputs, 1 output, next 4 inputs, 1 output, bottom one. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just reserve this for difference, I'll reserve this for borrow. So what is this expected difference output? 0 1 1 0. So I'll give it here, 0 1 1 0. I'll get difference. Then I want borrow, so 0 1 0 0. So expected output is 0 1 0 0. I'll give it to here, and I'll expect borrow from this point. Okay, and for this I already told you X Y act as a select input. So X and Y I had to give it in a proper way. S0 is Y, S1 is X, because MSB and LSB you should not interchange. And both the enable pins should be enabled, and both are active low, so you just ground these two enable pins, and VCC and ground you just give it to respective ground and VCC pins. Okay, this is VCC. Okay, so this is all about the circuit. We'll see the circuit connection. So I already told you 0 1 1 0 is the difference, 0 1 0 0 is the borrow output, and XY are the select inputs, and both the enable pin should be grounded, and VCC and ground you connect it to this. So one is as good as saying VCC are 5 volts, 0 is as good as saying ground are 0 volts. Okay, then after knowing half adder, half subtractor circuits, we'll move further for full adder and full subtractor. This is somewhat different because you should be careful, because it is somewhat different. Okay, so now what we will do, we'll just see full adder truth table. So you can see here, for first 4 different things this is 0, and next 4 different things it is 1, but this is somewhat different. In order to get some output, 0 1 1 0 and 1 0 0 1. Okay, there is some logic behind this. Okay, we'll see what is the logic we have to apply for getting full adder output and full subtractor output. Okay. Okay. So as earlier said, so full adder implementation is somewhat different. So if I show you the truth table for full adder, we have XYZ input and sum and carry output. Do not worry about YZ, okay, as of now, because YZ we can give it to S0 and S1 respectively. Y and Z can be given to S1 and S0 respectively. Okay, we can give it to here. You can just see the circuit also. Y and Z we can give it to S1 and S0. That is not a problem. But anyways, enable pin should be enabled, so I am going to give it to ground. VCC and ground also we will connect. Sum and output, sum and carry output we will get at the output side. But input side it is somewhat different, so we should concentrate on this. So there is some logic for this. What is that logic means? I'll just explain it now. For the time being, you just forget about this Y and Z. Concentrate on only X and difference output first. Then, sorry, X and sum output first. Okay, only X and only sum as of now. Okay. So if I take X, it is 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 1, and if I take sum output, it is 0 1 1 0 1 0 0 1. I'll concentrate only on that. Okay, I'll concentrate only on that. So I am repeating, I'll just concentrate on X input and sum output. So what is the X input? 0 0 0 0. Then what is that? 1 1 1 1. Okay. So now you just to see what is the expected sum output. It is 0 1 1 0, then 1 0 0 1. Okay. So you can just see the truth table for full adder 0 1 1 0 1 0 0 1. Same thing I have written here. Okay. Then our next agenda is, I'll just use a different color pen. Okay. You can just see here 0 and 0. It is output is following X. Is it okay? Means it is same as X. Here also, whenever X is first, whenever we say combination, you should see like this. You should concentrate on this first equal distribution. Means the entire truth table you have to divide it into two different parts. I am repeating. The entire truth table you divide it into two equal parts. Then first combination you just see for both. Whenever X is 0, output is 0. Whenever X is 1, output is 1. Means it is following the input X. Okay, output is following X. If X is 0, output is also 0. If X is 1, output is also 1. So first combination is X. Then we'll go for next combination. For whenever X is 0, output is 1. But whenever input X is 1, output is 0. Means you are getting inverted output. So X bar. I'll just write it as X bar. Okay. Then next combination, that is 0 and 1. Okay. So for whenever X is 0, output is 1. Whenever X is 1, output is 0. Means you are getting inverted output. Here also X bar. Okay. Third combination. Last combination, 0 and 1. So whenever X is 0, you are getting 0. Whenever X is 1, you are getting 1. Means it is following the input X. Now you can take only one part, X, X bar, X bar, X. Same thing you have to get it here also. So what I will be doing is, I'll take this. Okay, X, X bar, X bar, X. So I'll just, if I take this as the IC diagram, top portion. Okay, top portion, X, X bar, X bar, X. Okay, so I have X input, and if I take NOT gate for this, what you will be getting is X bar. Okay, so wherever you have X, you can just connect it to this, because I want X, X bar, X bar, X. So this fourth one also I should connect it to X, and these two things needs to be connected to X bar, because you can see here X, X bar, X bar, X. So X, X bar, X bar, X is the sum output. Okay, so that is how we will be connecting this. Next we'll see how to get carry output. So in color is red. Okay, so again we have to concentrate on only X input and carry output. Okay, if you go through the truth table, okay, we have X input and we have carry output 0 0 0 1 0 3 1. Okay, so I'll just take it here 0 0 0 0 followed by 1 1 1 1. Okay, and what is the carry output? 0 0 0 1 0 triple 1. Okay, now I'll change the color, pen color. Okay, okay, now what is this? For 0 input, because I already told you, first and foremost divide the entire truth table equally. So whenever x is 0 or whenever x is 1, first two sets of combination you should verify what is the carry output. For 0 you are getting 0, for 1 also you are getting 0, means irrespective of the input you are always getting 0 output. Irrespective of the input you are always getting the 0 output, so you can take it as 0. Next, you can just see here, next combination, that is whenever x is 0 and whenever x is 1. For that you have to verify. Whenever x is 0 you are getting 0, whenever x is 1 you are getting 1, means it is following the input x. So I'll just write it as x. Is it okay? I'll write it as x. Then next case, so whenever x input is 0 and whenever x input is 1, so whenever x input is 0 you are getting 0 output, whenever x input is 1 you are getting 1 output, means for these combinations it is following input x, output is following input x. Okay, carry output is following input x. Last combination, whenever x is 0 you are getting 1, but whenever x is 1 you are getting 1, means irrespective of the input you are always getting 1 as the output. Is it okay? So 0x(x1), 0x(x1), that is the realized part, so only one you have to take. So 0x(x1), so I'll just implement that at the bottom side, 0x(x1), connect it to the proper inputs. Okay, and whatever you will be getting is carry output. So this is some important logic what you are supposed to remember in order to realize this circuit. This is very, very important. Similarly, we will go for implementation of full subtractor. So how to get full subtractor? So y and z no problem, we will connect it to S0 and S1 and S0 respectively. So y and z no problem, but there is problem with x. Okay, and enable pins you will connect, VCC and ground you will connect to get difference and borrow respectively. How to do this? Okay, so again we have to concentrate on x and sum initially, write the generalized expression. Okay, and divide the circuit. Okay, first x 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 1, there is no sum, actually this is difference. Okay, sorry, this is difference output. Okay, okay, in order to get difference you can just go through the full subtractor truth table. Okay, so for this x combinations we have difference output like this, 0 1 1 0 1 0 0 1. Okay, 0 1 1 0 1 0 0 1, this is just like sum. So first and foremost divide the truth table equally, then check for the combinations. Whenever x input is 0 you are getting 0, whenever x input is 1 you are getting 1, means it is following x. Okay, then output difference is following input x. Okay, the next combination 0 and 1, whenever x input is 0 you are getting 1, whenever input x is 1 you are getting 0, means you are getting its inverted form, x bar. Okay, then next, whenever input is 0 you are getting 1, whenever input is 1 you are getting 0, means again it is x bar. Is it okay? Next combination, whenever input x is 0 you are getting 0, whenever input x is 1 you are getting 1, means it is following x, it is following x. So finally we got this table. So x bar x bar x, so for that reason I require this x bar and x. So this is all about difference output. Then we will see how to get borrow output. Okay, how to get borrow output? So again we have to concentrate on only two inputs, not inputs, one is x input and one more is borrow output. So for this 0 0 0 0, then for this 1 1 1 1 combination, what is the borrow output? I'll just go for full subtractor. So it is 0 triple 1 triple 0 1. So 0 triple 1 0 0 0 1. Now So I already told you, first divide the truth table equally into two parts. Whenever x is 0, you are getting 0 output. Whenever x is 1, you are again getting 0 as the output. Irrespective of the input, I am always getting 0 as the output. So it is 0. Okay, it is 0 always. Similarly, next combination, whenever x is 0, you are getting 1. Whenever x is 1, you are getting 0. Means you are getting its inverted form. It is nothing but x bar. Is it okay? For next case, whenever x is 0, you are getting 1. Whenever x is 1, you are getting 0. Again, it is inverted form x bar. Last combination, whenever x is 0, you are getting 1. Whenever x is again 1, you are getting again 1 as the output. So, irrespective of the input, okay, you are always getting 1 as the output. Okay. So, finally, what we have is 0 x bar 1, 0 x bar 1. So, I'll take only one time 0 x bar 1, and I'll just take it as borrow output. So, this is the expected circuit for full subtractor implementation. So this is what you are supposed to remember. Okay, then we will go for 4 variable function. That is the next part. So in the exam they may give any 4 variable function. So any 4 variable function. So here I am taking some 4 variable function like this. Y of function of a, b, c, d, they are the 4 variables. As randomly I have given it as a summation 0, 1, 3, 5, 9, 12, 13. What exactly that means? At 0, at 1, at input 3, input 5, input 9, input 12, input 13, it is output 1. For all other remaining things, output is 0. Okay, with and without, sometimes they make you don't care also, but I have not given any don't care terms. Okay, simple expression I have given, SOP expression. Sometimes they may give POS expression also. Same thing I can write like this also, or pi of whatever it is remaining, same thing, it is nothing but POS expression. So for this given expression, they may give any expression in the exam, please be aware. For this given expression, what is the expected output? For first and foremost, you should implement this using 8:1 multiplexer, right? So first you should draw the truth table associated with this. So first and foremost, it is our duty to draw the truth table. So ABCD input, Y and Y bar. Why this Y bar? Because in the Y bar also you will be getting, because in the IC diagram we have both Y and Y bar. That is why we have written the truth table for Y bar also. Okay. Now, whenever the input is 0, 0, 0, 0, okay. So for the 0, 1, 3, because you can see here 0, 1, 3, 5, 0, 1, 3, 5. Then 9, 12, 13. 9, 12, 13. So these things are output 1, remaining things are 0. So that is why, and its exact opposite you have to write it as a negated Y bar output. Okay. So once if you are able to write this truth table, then our job is very easy. So as usual, we did it for full adder and full subtractor, right? So same thing, divide the entire thing into 2 equal part. I am not concentrating on this Y bar for the time being, please excuse. Okay, and for 8:1 multiplexer IC, I'll just show you. We have 3 select inputs, so I'll reserve it for B, C, D respectively. Okay, only thing that is left out is A input. Okay, because whenever we say A, B, C, D, this B, C, D, I'll just reserve it as S2, S1 and S0 respectively. But only part that is left out is A input. So I'll just concentrate on A input now. I'll just concentrate on this A input followed by Y output. Okay, and I'll divide this entire table into 2 important things. Okay, A input and Y output. Okay, again I am repeating, I am not concentrating on this Y bar, even I am not concentrating on this B, C, D. Okay, so now, so whenever A input is 0, okay, and whenever A input is 1, what is the expected output you are getting? You should concentrate. Y is this one, Y bar is this one, Y is this one. Okay, so I'll just concentrate on these 2 things and I'll just write the expression for this. Okay, so now, okay, Whenever A is 0, output Y is 1. But whenever A is 1, output is 0. So it is nothing but A bar, right? A bar. Here also A bar. I am repeating, whenever A is 0, you are getting 1. Whenever A is 1, you are getting 0. So it is nothing but A bar. Next thing, whenever A is 0, you are getting 1. But whenever A is 1, you are getting 1. Irrespective of the input, you are always getting 1 as the output. Okay. Next, whenever A is 0, whenever A is 1, you have to concentrate on that. Whenever A is 0, you are getting 0. Whenever A is 1, still you are getting 0. Irrespective of the input, you are always getting 0. Irrespective of the input, you are always getting 0. Next combination. Whenever A is 0, you are getting 1. Whenever A is 1, okay, whenever A is 1, you are getting 0. Means, I am repeating, fourth combination. Okay, you are getting 1 and you are getting 0. So what is that meaning? So for 0 you are getting 1, for 1 you are getting 0, means you are getting A bar. Okay, you are getting A bar. Please remember this. Next, 4 combinations. So this, whenever A is 0, you are getting 0. Whenever A is 1, you are getting 1. Means it is following A. It is following A. Okay. The next combination. So whenever this given expression is 0 or A input is 0, you are getting 1. Whenever the given input is 1, you are getting 1. Irrespective of the input, you are always getting 1. Okay. This is A and 1. Okay. Then next combination. Whenever input is A is 0, you are getting 0 Y output. Okay. Whenever input is 1, still you are getting 0. So irrespective of this, you are always getting 0 output, irrespective of A input. Last combination. Okay. Whenever input A is 0, you are getting output 0. Whenever input A is 1, you are getting 0. Irrespective of the input, you are always getting 0. You are always getting 0. So this is what you are supposed to remember. So it is nothing but A bar. I'll take only one part. 1 0 A bar. Similarly, A 1 double 0. Okay, so this is what you are supposed to implement. So in IC, A bar 1 0 A bar. So you can see here A bar 1 0 A bar followed by A100. A100. If you write like this, then this is all about input side. This is all about BCD, that is acting as select input. Enable pin, you just ground it, and whatever you will require for variable function, you will be getting at the output side. Okay, so this is all about 4 variable function realization. So I am repeating. There is no problem with the BCD inputs, only problem is with A. First and foremost, divide the entire circuit and what compare it with the Y output, and depending upon that, write what is the expression, like whatever we did for full adder and full subtractor. Then you will get the 4 variable function circuit. So your procedure is you have to first test all the patch cards and components whether they are in good condition, then place all the given ICs in the IC sockets properly in the trainer kit. Then you implement half adder, half subtractor, full adder and full subtractor. Okay, full adder and full subtractor using this first IC 74153. Then you go for 4 variable function using 8:1 multiplexer IC, that is IC 74151. Then you have to observe all the truth tables and verify the functionality table and write the result. So you can even do this implementation using this website link in the software. Okay. So this is even you have to repeat the hardware implementation. We'll see in the next video. Thank you.